I think we're getting a little muddled here because it's like, okay, they meet the kin and then they're like, will you help us? And the kin are like, fine, great. And the kin take them to Kinrest.
Yeah.
They see all the stuff with Doom, and then they go to Dread Mountain and set them down, and then they get attacked by the Vrow. Because because they set him down and then they leave, and then that's when they see Prin.
Yeah.
Because Prin had followed them.
Yes.
Secretly.
Yes.
She wants to see Dread Mountain because she has never seen it. Because they had to flee Dread Mountain before she was born, and so she sets down. I think she gets shot, and then they have to use the lilies of life on her.
Yes, the last of it.
The last of it, they had to use on this kid who doesn't want to listen. And then the Vrow shows up.
Yeah.
I thought you just listened to this, Coddle.
I did, but also that's why I was getting ahead of myself because but also like it breaks up into two things because also when they do the second dreaming, because the second dream after like you realize okay my father is missing. He leaves dreams about his father, and he sees him in the dungeons.
Yeah, talking to
Pharaoh.
Who looks just like
Brandine.
Brandine. And this is when you find out that
they're somewhat aware of what's going on, but not.
The Shadow Lord is kind of getting. He's like he knows something's going on with the blacksmith, quote unquote, son. But where you see Fallow and he looks just like Prandine,
kind of freaks Jared out.
Yeah, well, because he's like, didn't you die? Did we kill you? And no,
like, my master loves this form for some reason.
Yeah, because they're all Wayun. And for anybody who is listening to this and has watched Star Trek Deep Space Nine, the bad guys in the later seasons are the Dominion. And their intermediaries with their shock troops, the Jem'Hadar, are a race called the Vorta. And they're just clones. And Jeffrey Combs plays Wayun, and there's like 8 Wayuns. Or 6. 6 Wayuns. Every Wayun when one dies, they just replace him with another Wayun. It's just, I mean, it's hilarious. I feel like Emily Rada must have watched Star Trek because it's Wayun. It's just Wayun.
The Star Trek rant was brought to you by Through the Eyes of an
Well, it's not a rant. It's just pointing out a similarity.
Yeah. Shameless plug. Insert here.
Yeah.
So,
I appreciate it as all.
Yeah.
Like, it's one of the little things about this series. I'm like, I really like this little thing because it feels like, something else that I like. And I so rarely like things since I'm so hateful.
So he's trying to figure out because he also finds out, okay, his mom's still alive. That's good, but she's being kept somewhere else.
Yeah.
And the whole time it's just like, what about that beggar who was with?
Body the bear.
And it's just like maybe he went somewhere else. It's like your son's missing. He decided to go play with his friends, seeing that the life was not meant for him. And like it gets to it even to where he says maybe like I hear that we got these travelers going on. Things are unruly. Maybe that's King Endon the whole time, and he just breaks out laughing. Just like King Endon is a worthless piece of crap. He doesn't care about his people. It's like this is when you really just see Leaf's dad be awesome.
For the first time ever. Because we've spoiled who his dad is, haven't we?
Yeah, I think we have.
That his dad is not Jared. He's King Endon.
Yeah, he's King Endon the whole time. So he's enjoying this like the whole time. It's like,
because Fallow's like, oh, maybe it's King Endon. And he's like, joke's on you.
And then,
he's not doing anything useful right now.
Yeah. So, and during the dream sequence, he finds out Barda is also he's also with it, and Leaf kind of gets mad at Barda, just like, why are you looking in on my parents and all that stuff? It's just like Barda's like, these are my friends before you were born.
Yeah, like, chill out, dude.
It's like, I love these people more than you would ever understand. And Jasmine has a dream about Glock, Nerida, Dane, and Doom, and all them.
Glock.
Yeah.
Glock is a character that, like, at first I couldn't stand. He was just an irritating, like, want to fight? Let's fight now. Like, it's enough. To, like, when he dies in the second quest, you're like, but Glock! No! Spoilers, Glock dies in the second quest.
Dang it! He goes out amazingly, though.
He does. He really does. He goes out fighting.
Hero. That's all we could.
But enough
so
of that. On to the story.
So we continue with. Let's see here. Where were we? Oh yeah. So they followed Strange Kingdoms. Shadow Lord had the Cube Master. Each father take off. Okay, they're flying to.
They fought the Vrawl.
Yeah, they fought the Vrawl.
We used the purple sap from the Boolong tree.
Kinrith. Oh yeah, here's the thing. Here lies a little bit on Doom of the Hill. His grave it says, here lies Doom of the Hills, who sheltered a friendless stranger and met his death. He will be avenged. So at that point, it's more along kind of the birth of the Resistance started with the death of
Doom of the Hills. Yeah,
and then they start going. Then Jasmine just kind of starts going off, going like, I knew Doom wasn't his real name.
Yeah, I knew he was a liar.
I knew it. So they end up getting to... Yeah, they finally end up getting to the mountain, and now they end up finding one of the gnomes' resting halls.
Yeah, they got the gnomes have little cabins set up around the mountain as you go up,
and they're trying to figure out, why have none of the gnomes seen us yet? What's going on? Because apparently they're the gnomes, if there's always spies around, you can't every gnome hole has a gnome in it. It's why is this? Why are they being overrun by the Boolong trees and all that?
Well, because the kin aren't there to eat the Boolong.
Yeah, so it's kind of they screwed themselves in the long run, and so we then end up finding out that they're being held captive.
Yes.
By a gigantic toad.
Yes.
Named Gellick. Who is
the source of the poison for not only their arrows, but
the blisters.
The blisters that the Grey Guards use to.
And Gellick's been there for a while because even before the 16-year gap.
Well, yeah, and this is one of the cases where like Thegan, where you find out that things were bad in Del Toro for a long time. Not just before
because
the belt was broken apart.
The gnomes made a deal with Gellick. It's if you feed me and do what as I say, I will supply you with poison that will protect you.
Yeah,
and everything else. But but you gotta take take my poison down to the bottom of the hill.
Yeah, on the Shadowland side of Dread Mountain, because I don't know if we made this clear. Dread Mountain is on the far edge of Del Toro.
The farthest north.
Yeah, it is the farthest point.
Well, not the farthest northern point, but it's right on the border of the Shadowlands.
Yeah, the base of Dread Mountain. One side is in Del Toro, the other side is in the Shadowlands. It straddles
and is protected by
mountain
magic.
range. Yeah,
been ridden. Blood cave.
But they make their way up Dread Mountain,
and they end up getting trapped, and they find a message.
Yeah,
who am I? All is darkness, but I will not disappear. 3 things I know. I know I'm a man. Oh no, that's
What?
no. Hold on. No, this is where they kind of find.
This is where they come to the door,
No,
and the gnomes are like,
no. This is another. No, this was another message from Doom when he started going crazy. When they find him on the blood wall, like where Doom lost his memory, and like when he first came out, he starts the resistance with this message. Like who? I know we're backtracking on this one, but this is like something that just popped up. That's the thing, because while we're doing this, we're also like going through the wiki. And
for someone who just re-listened to the book, you're not very prepared for this.
I know, but also it's been a long morning. I am
yes, it has.
We've had
Theron the ill-prepared.
Yes, the one time I'm ill-prepared. Yeah, so because like what's going on here, it's a little basically just Doom kind of going insane. Like, who am I? All this darkness, but I will not disappear. 3 things I know. I know I'm a man. I know where I have been. I know what I must do. For now, that is enough. It marks a sign of the resistance.
Yeah.
So that's the birth of the resistance. I'm trying to find the. Here it is. Yeah. Like, this is the one I was looking for. Find an arrow, straight and narrow. There will be your.
Oh, this is when they get to the door.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because the gnomes are just kind of having fun with them. There's a riddle at the door to like the main gate into Dread Mountain.
Upon the gate, if you turn it full, push, don't pull. But also the one thing that I'm a little sad that you don't see because you listen to it is you see the little message.
Oh yeah, you tilt it that way, then you can see it.
Yeah, you tilt it.
Yeah,
like because the one downfall to listening to it, like you got to read,
and especially these books, because these books do have a lot of illustrations, like diagrams of like things
that add to it.
Yeah. But yeah, no, and this because this is a trap. You kind of have to do the opposite, because if you do what the riddle tells you to, then you if you push the door open, or pull it, whichever it is, pull or push, it leads you into you'll fall into a pit and die. Yeah. And if you do the opposite, well, then it actually opens up the door. But they know the gnomes are watching them, because the gnomes aren't being super sneaky. It's almost
like a mirror.
Yeah.
So what they decide.
Well, that's not yet with the mirror. We're not even in Dread Mountain yet. not to the mirror yet, damn it. Because this is just getting in there, and it feels like the gnomes are like mischievous, murderous little children.
Yeah.
Because when they figure it out, the gnomes are like, "Aww, I guess we have to go to step 2. Then we get to the mirror." Because they go inside of Dread Mountain.
And the whole time, Corinne is freaking out.
Yeah.
Like, she is not having a good time.
And they, I mean, it's just dark mountain tunnels. And they see, they get fooled by a mirror at the end of the hall, because, it looks like people coming towards them, and it's just them. But when they realize that it's a mirror, it's too late. And they get, the gate shut behind them, and they're trapped in. Now you may continue with the two-way mirror.
So, they kind of, once that happens, they decide to, okay, then we're trapped. We don't know what to do. So then they decide to use the dream water again.
Yeah.
And, to spy on the gnomes.
Who wants a blinky?
Well, who wants your blinky? Poor Bo. Hold on. Oh. Get up.
I think he's good. He'll figure it out.
He'll figure it out here in a second. So they end up finding the few of the dread gnomes. So they Glothon,